Howdy.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to our kitchen. I'm Nikki,
I'm Chili.
and we are
The Davises.
that.
We are.
Yep.
We.
As long as we've been together, I never know if you're talking or if I'm talking, and usually we both end up talking at the same time. So
It doesn't matter.
no. So welcome back into our kitchen, and it's Thursday night, which means tomorrow is
The beginning of the weekend?
the beginning of the weekend. Yeah. Pretty much.
Friday. Tomorrow's Friday.
Works for me.
It's Friday.
No, you can't. No, don't sing.
No?
No.
Because I can't sing.
Well, it's not that. Just don't.
There's another saying that goes along with the word Friday, but that's not PG rated. So
Well, we're not always PG rated. Sometimes we're PG 14 or 17, NC 17.
NC 17, yeah.
Not made for kids and not always safe for work. So
Yeah, that's true.
So let us know you're watching and let us know what you had for dinner, because that's
You
always
show commentaries or no?
number one question. It's already.
Okay, well, I'm just asking. No,
You just don't have anybody who's decided to talk to us yet.
Yeah. Oh, we lost one. We had three. Now we got two.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
So tonight, it takes us a while to get started. You know, we have to chit chat a little bit.
Yeah. Give us a break, folks. It's been a long week.
It has been.
Been a lot of Zoom meetings, a lot of go-to meetings, a lot of
Teams meetings. Yeah.
We're a little
Zoomed and go-to'd and Teams out. However,
lots of camera time.
We always look forward to Thursday night because we like to do this and we like to spend time with you guys. That's kind of the social hour for the week, maybe, or hour and a half.
Yeah. So tonight, for all you special people with small children, the first cocktail we're going to make is a kiddie cocktail.
Kid friendly, because we have a teenager in the house
who's not feeling happy. And she's not feeling well.
Yeah, kind of puny today.
Yeah.
It's we've gone where we live. We've gone from snow and very cold, like freezing cold last week.
Well, it was single digits.
Yeah, which is not totally normal for us anymore.
Yeah.
To it's been
we hit 60 earlier this week.
Well, I think we were kind of in the mid 60s on
yesterday,
Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday maybe. So we've gone from really cold to really warm.
Decent.
All things considered.
And we're gonna get more rain this weekend.
What that means for those of us who have allergies is it's been a painful week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Not me. I'm okay.
Lucky.
That's right.
What are we doing tonight?
Kitty cocktail first. Let's do kitty cocktail first. Get it the hell out of the way.
I can take it here.
Get it the hell out of the way. That way we can make the real drink for us adults. So we'll show you what all's in the kitty cocktail side. We're making a pineapple slush drink. So this here is not in the kitty cocktail, but it is in the real cocktail. So we'll just leave it in frame for you. So first, we're gonna juice a couple oranges. We've already done 3 of the halves, so we're gonna juice this other half. And can you get me the coconut milk, please?
I can.
Thank you. So just get your old Pampered Chef juicer out from the 1990s.
Well, they still make them.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hello.
And Miss Jill. I'm glad you guys could join us.
Yeah.
Coconut milk. You wanted that? You wanted it over here?
Yeah, I want it over there because we're gonna go. We're gonna go take this to the blender as soon as we get this orange properly juiced. That looks. What do you guys think? Is that properly juiced?
Juicy little guys. They were little, but they were juicy.
It's properly juiced. Toss that one for me. There's a whole bunch of pulp on this.
Well, that's why you have the Pampered Chef.
Pulp free orange juice maker.
Yeah, if you've got a good juicer, it strains. There's a strainer on the front.
It's almost juice free.
Right there.
It's more or less.
Okay.
It's good enough. If you want to shift me cameras.
Yeah. What do you want? How do you want me to do that? Here.
Just go with the big camera. Get it off the booze. So see, this is kid friendly. There's no alcohol in there. Just straight OJ in there. And then we're going to put in, ours is going to be a little bit more. So we're going to use, let's go half a cup of coconut milk.
you don't need either one of you.
Half a cup. And then tell me about a cup of fruit in there, would you?
Frozen pineapple.
Frozen pineapple. That's good enough.
Fresh from the grocery store freezer section.
So we got about a cup, a little more than a cup of frozen pineapple.
You guys don't need any.
This should make a drink for one. We'll find out.
It'll be close enough.
Yeah, we'll find. It's gonna be. She'll drink it all, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So
Don't let it rock right off of the.
it won't. It'll be fine. But I'm gonna get away from it because it's gonna be loud. There we go. So we're gonna be making some.
We don't have to yell. We have
I know.
microphones, so
I
it's
know.
hard to remember that. It doesn't take long. We're sitting here watching it.
I'll talk to you guys for a minute. So while this is making, we can talk about what's in the real version, the adults, the not so kiddie friendly cocktail. So I know.
You guys can't hear the space. Ooh, high-speed blender.
There we go.
Okay.
Powerful blender.
Yes, very.
It is quiet now. Nice and relaxed, nice and calm.
Well, when you make smoothies, then it sounds. I mean,
Oh, it does
really
its
good
job.
blender, but man, it's loud.
It does its job. So let's.
Sorry, I like
That's
that up the big way.
That's our smoothie. It's a. Oh man, good smelling pineapple smoothie. Is this her glass?
Yeah, that's her glass. Yeah, we'll run it back to her.
Okay.
While you.
This is perfect amount right there. Look at that. We did really good with that.
What do you mean we? You're the one who did it.
I always share credit. I learned that in leadership. You always share credit. You always take blame,
There we go.
but you share credit. What you do.
I know this. I
Yeah.
took the same leadership class you did.
Yeah.
That was
So-
many years ago.
To make this not so kid friendly, we'll switch the camera's angles back here. We're going to use Kirk and Sweeney's some little dark rum. We're going to use 1 cup coconut milk. And 1 cup coconut milk. This is the part you get to adjust for taste, as all of you know.
Oh yes, more or less depending on
More or less depending on
how sober
taste.
you want to stay.
That's right. We're going to go at least a cup, maybe a little bit more.
We are.
Yeah, it's what the recipe calls for.
We are.
We almost knocked that little bottle out of the park. So we have about a cup and an eighth, maybe a little bit more. Now I need 4 cups of pineapple.
That's like a lot of the rest of it.
It should be most of the rest of it.
Straight from the
So
farm and grocery store.
So here's the reason why you use frozen pineapple. All right, you use frozen pineapple instead of fresh pineapple and ice, because ice, when it gets crushed down, will water down your beverage.
You don't want that.
So this
When
way,
you taste that alcohol, it's going to make you drunk.
we're drinking pure. A little bit more, just a touch.
Planning.
There we go.
That saves us some for the weekend.
Yep, for pizza.
Oh, did you want cherries?
No, that's our garnish.
Oh, that's the garnish. Okay.
Yes,
We need cherries.
Maraschino cherries are the garnish to make it look like a pretty drink. So, if everybody's ready,
Yeah.
oh, look at that.
still. We've got Steph, my Steph,
Yeah.
our Steph.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yep. Mom's watching. Dad's
Mhm.
watching.
It's a family
Let us know.
affair.
Yep. It usually is a family affair.
That's okay. Yeah.
That's what
One of these days.
Facebook is here for. One of these days we are going to make it big and be famous. Is that what you're going to say?
No, we'll just have everybody over and we won't have anybody watching.
Well, that's true too.
Is what I was going to say. One of these days, when
How many cherries do you want?
like 2, make it look pretty.
Well, that would be one right in the middle.
No, you want 2.
Oh.
1 is a lonely number. You never do anything
Uh-oh.
with 1.
Nobody said I was good at this stuff.
Yeah.
That they don't have stones. And it didn't. Guess I could have let you guys see that. Or
There.
dismount off the spoon.
Is our not kid-friendly pineapple slush.
Yes, on a day where it got warmish and the house got hot and your
Yeah.
wife got hot.
Yeah.
Man, it's been hot in this house.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. There's how you drink pineapple. Eat pineapple.
Drink. Ooh,
Mhm.
Mary.
Mhm.
Yummy.
I try.
Hmm.
But there you go. A non-watered down pineapple and rum slush.
Now I can taste it now.
Mhm. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where's the lid to this? I'll stick it by the fridge
Okay.
before I get started on.
It's probably just your microphone that's
What?
people say they can't hear you very well. My microphone's I've got the good mic this
yeah,
week.
he's got the good mic here.
You want to swap them? Because you're the one that's going to be talking most of the time.
Maybe.
Sure, we'll swap.
Pardon us.
I'll help you out.
You'll get in my pockets.
I might.
We can't cross the streams, dude. That is like cause all sorts of trouble.
That's a
And
big Ghostbusters moment.
right?
Don't cross the streamages.
Do not. Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
It's actually the transmitter and not the microphone is the problem. Yeah. Well, otherwise we could have just popped the mic over. Okay. Better, I hope. Let us know. We might just need to get a new.
I know they can hear you.
Well,
It's me now. And that's okay.
you can talk louder. Maybe our sponsor can buy us better microphones.
Your sponsor.
Oh, my sponsor treats us well, that's for sure. All right. So, can you make it without bourbon? Yes.
Yeah, you can make it with rum.
With rum
That's what we use. We use rum.
or bourbon.
Orange
Whiskey.
juice is if you
Or
wanna
none
make
at
it
all.
wanna
And
make
swap
it
it with orange juice.
with no booze whatsoever.
Um,
Throw orange juice in.
coconut rum. I mean, it's kind of it's a bit of a take on a pina colada when it comes right down to it. But yeah.
It is.
Which one's mine?
No.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, it's kind of like a pina colada. So you make
Mm-hmm.
it kind of how you want.
Okay. Read through the comments. Let's get going.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be licking your mustache a lot tonight.
I am.
Okay. So last week we were just maybe a wee bit.
You might have been. I was totally sober last week.
He was so sober that he totally forgot that I bought a new paella pan after
I
that
did.
conversation.
Okay.
However, my new paella pan is not here yet.
Nope. So
But-
we're pulling
but
out. We're pulling out.
is that a
reliable.
problem?
No.
Oh, that's not
No.
a problem.
We just chose one of the other 2 or 3 pans that would suffice. for the
Well,
paella pan.
So here's the deal with paella. This one is actually kind of ancient, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at the bottom of it.
It doesn't have oil in there, so that's definitely a little bit.
I washed it when I
Oh.
brought it up from the basement because we haven't used it in so long. So that's actually water that's dripping.
Well, just
Okay.
wanna make sure.
So this is a, I'll call it a traditional paella pan, although, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
what, 15 inches?
Oh, no, that's not Big Bertha.
It is not Bertha. Bertha is too hot for this process.
Bertha carries too much.
She carries too much heat for this, and it's too easy to burn things. And as I talk about paella, Bertha's a 15-inch pan, yeah.
It's about the same size.
Yeah. So there's Bertha. Yep.
Yeah.
So same size.
This is Bertha.
So same size. Flat bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. Flat bottom, like completely flat. This is built to go on wood fires outside. And traditionally, paella should be cooked outside.
It's too cold.
But it is, well, mostly it's too muddy. So we decided we're going to do inside over gas flame. So, yeah, close. And then later, we're going to do a seafood version tonight. Later, we'll do more of a traditional version.
After the pan gets here?
No, I'm not putting that on a wood fire. I'll get this guy back out. But I have other plans for that pan. So, but flat bottom is important. And not just here, but here.
Yeah.
Because, well, I'll tell you that when we get to it. Because it's a process. That's all it is. And wide sides because you're going to be building layers up. So, trivia. Do you know where paella originated?
Well, I'm going to fashion a guess because I took Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 in high school. And it's either Mexico, which I don't think it is, or it's Spain. Or it could be Portugal, maybe.
So it is Spain.
I was going to say Spain.
But do you know what region in Spain?
Where the A is.
Where the A is on the map?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Of course I don't know where it's at. Which region? Which region do you think
Oh
it
my
is?
God. Okay, so paella actually originated in Valencia, Spain, which sits along, it sits along the Mediterranean.
So southern Spain.
Yeah, kind of southern.
Southern eastern?
Yeah, kind of
Southern
southern
western?
eastern. No, more southern eastern, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean southern, but a little
Along
more
the
towards
coast.
the east along the coast. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So Spain is not known for rice. We don't think of rice when we think
No.
of Spain. We think of
Flour.
China when we think of rice.
I am not.
You are not
coached.
with me tonight.
I am not coached ahead of time. She does not quiz me early.
Don't.
She just says, I'm just rolling it out, letting him go. Let him roll.
But sometimes that's fun. But there is in and around
Sometimes
Valencia.
it leads out to me saying stuff that I shouldn't be saying.
Oh my God. Okay. Can you just maybe not say anything for a second? Let me get this out before I forget it. In the Valencia area, they do cultivate rice. So that's
They grow rice there?
yes.
Mhm.
So that's where this originated, and it was initially kind of like everything else we eat starts peasant food, farmer food, and they would
Were they cleaning out their refrigerators then too? With it?
well, not 200 years ago,
Oh.
but what they were doing was gathering up all of the things that they had to eat and putting it in
Big old pan,
a pan
overheat.
outside, and it was rice
Yeah. Mhm.
and rabbit.
Yeah.
So we might do a traditional, a little bit more traditional.
Hot pepper.
Yeah, no, that's German.
Okay.
Totally wrong part of Europe there.
Still the same animal.
And there they have little field mice, rodent things that they
Let's not
would.
use those.
Yeah, no, we're not going to. Like our. Oh, mother, help me out.
Rats.
No, not rats. Groundhogs. So similar to, okay, yeah. So
A little
too
smaller.
critterish for you. A little smaller, yeah.
A lot smaller than groundhogs.
Well, but thinking about equivalent types of food that we might eat,
about like a prairie dog.
more like a hamster,
Okay.
but we don't eat those.
We don't.
Okay. So various critters, let's say, and green beans, and some
Okay.
version of a lima or a butter bean, which you don't.
Not really.
So that was kind of the original. Sometimes some other, whatever. But it a lot like how a lot of other things start. It was a what we have in the pot that we have over the fire that we have, and we're going to cook and eat. And
We're hungry.
and we are hungry, so we'll get started.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay. We're making a seafood version tonight, though.
Jill, we're sticking with seafood tonight.
Yeah, no rodents in ours.
No.
Although we might do rabbit. I know I can get a hold of a rabbit. So I still need to heat that back up a little bit. Okay. So we're going to start off.
What happened to your container? It wasn't that.
No, it was all banged up.
Oh,
And yeah. With a good glug of extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave this out in case we decide we need more. And, well, it will coat eventually. We might need more, so I'll just leave it out. And we're going to move the lid over here so it's not in the way. We'll do that. Or here, fiddle with this one and move it so they can see the...
That was next on the list.
Yeah. So we're going to start out just like we do with everything else we fix and build base flavors. Get coated. Oh, I can smell the wood fire from the last time we used this outside.
I can too.
Yeah, it smells pretty good. Okay. And in Spanish cuisine, base flavors are called a sofrito. Spanish, Spain, Italy, they use the same base flavor. Just like Cajun cuisine, there's the Holy Trinity. In French, there's mirepoix. So it's like the base of everything you do.
Gotcha.
You're looking at me like, just cook, woman.
No, I'm learning. I'll forget tomorrow, but I'm learning.
Okay.
So what is the
So the sofrito, the Holy Trinity of Spanish?
Yeah. Is it the same?
It is not.
Similar?
It is
3 or is it 4?
technically 3.
Ish.
We're going to use 5. Okay.
I love adding stuff.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Olive oil is included in that. So it's olive oil, onion,
Yeah.
tomato.
Uh-oh.
We are adding some green pepper and garlic.
I love garlic.
So we're going to have a base of 5. But here's the deal. You want it to kind of melt away.
Where's the tomato? I don't see tomato. Is that the orange? We have different colors.
I have had some orangey yellow tomatoes that I'm sure have a variety name that I don't know.
You could have put those in.
That I crushed
for
you.
But you had to tell everybody what we were having. Oh my.
And the idea, really, you could build a sofrito and just keep it in the fridge and just add it to things as you needed it.
Yeah.
But the idea is to have enough olive oil in here that this just kind of melts away as you're building your dish.
Look at that. There's a whole lot of... Whew. Man.
So we're going to let that cook. Then we're going to talk about some spices.
It's a good thing that we have a 15-inch pan there.
Oh, yeah. We'll eat leftovers for days, probably. Although I'm only putting a couple cups of rice in it. So I am going to add a little bit more of my Mediterranean olive oil that was gifted to me at Christmas time by someone who knows me so well at work. So this dish comes together relatively quickly, and it's all stovetop.
But you don't stir a whole lot, do you?
Not after you get the rice in.
So my talent of cooking is going to be not utilized.
Not utilized, but we're going to let that go. I would have started this, except I wanted to be able to talk about the pan. I can talk about the rice, however, if you want to flip to this angle.
This angle over here?
Yeah. So, thank you. We're going to let those vegetables go a little bit. So, okay.
So what's that clear thing up to your top left?
Where?
Top left.
This?
That would not be your left.
This?
Yeah, that thing right there.
That is wine.
Oh, okay.
And next to my pan that they can't see right now, I have soup stock or seafood stock, and I will explain why. So, traditional paella uses a short grain rice. And we've talked about short grain rice last week when we did sushi. So I wanted to show kind of the difference between long grain, because not everybody's familiar with short grain rice. When we buy rice, it's long grain and rich white, usually at the grocery store.
No, it's Uncle Ben's or Rice or Rome.
Well, which has pasta in it. So kind of the long grain. And it doesn't look like it's a short grain, but it really is. You can see the, I buy cheap rice that's busted up too. That is arborio rice, and it's short grain and little fat pebble looking things. Now, why do we use short grain rice? Question of the day. You can use long grain rice, by the way. I've fixed this plenty with regular rice that's 98 cents at the grocery store for a pound. But the short grain rice will create a more traditional dish because the crisp that is created on the bottom of the pan is like the best part, and you can't get that with long grain rice. And you can, it burns, which I'm clearly known for.
Short time frame.
Yeah.
To get that. Still have a good flavor.
The short grain rice, you can let it sit and you add stock to it. Yeah. You don't stir it once you get the rice in there. Yeah. And get it settled. And it will soak up that. Do my job. Yeah, you can do your job there. Soak up the liquid, still stay nice and soft without drying out. So there is a scientific method to the madness here. But this is just plain old arborio rice because we can't get like true Spanish rice around here without ordering it, and that's really expensive. So this is also what you make risotto with, by the way.
Some people I know say that we can't get Mexican rice around here.
Yeah, where is Cody, by the way?
I don't know.
There you go. Oh, I was going to have you do it. Just making sure it wasn't getting too brown on the bottom. All right, I'm going to add my tomatoes.
Got you back on the big pan.
But kind of.
They didn't want to come out.
No, and I just use what I have. I mean, clearly red tomatoes would be fine. If you didn't want tomatoes, you could substitute tomato paste if you wanted to. That would give it a
more chili flavor.
A more chili friendly flavor.
Palate.
Plenty. Yeah, that. I need more to drink.
It's right there.
I know. Hold, please. I got quiet. Mm-hmm. And we're going to add some garlic. How much garlic do you want?
Lots.
Okay.
Enough garlic?
Enough garlic?
Yeah.
Always add your garlic after you have other things in the pan that have started to cook so your garlic doesn't burn.
It doesn't burn.
There is nothing worse than burned garlic. It's really bitter and nasty.
There's. You want to do this? No garlic.
No garlic? Well, yeah. Okay.
No garlic is worse than no garlic. You gotta have garlic. Gotta keep those vampires away.
Right? What do I have left? I don't want too much in there. I know we've had this conversation before.
There is no such thing as too much garlic.
No, because it all soaks up. Once that rice gets in here, it's like...
Exactly, Heather. She says you can never use too much garlic.
All right, I'm going for it then.
Do it.
I've got these little bitty things.
Put those in there.
So this is about a half a bulb of garlic.
A regular size bulb, not like the gigantic.
Oh no, not elephant garlic, although I love elephant garlic. It's just hard to find. One little bitty garlic clove from the middle. All right, there's a bunch of garlic.
Oh, you can smell it. It smells so good. Mm.
I'll let you
I don't know how people can eat without garlic. It's so delicious.
Watch that so it doesn't burn the garlic while I'm
stirring it up.
Washing the garlic off my hands. Whoop. I made a mess. So, does anybody watch American Housewives?
I watch American Housewives.
I watch American Housewives. You watch American Housewives a lot.
I love it. It's probably my favorite show right now that is on. I think it's unfair that you have to be both Katie and Greg Otto, though.
Why? I'm not always Greg Otto.
But
So,
you're the professor.
well, I am the professor.
So
And I am the history buff in the family, so I have a little bit.
So you're both.
Jeez, I'm both. No, I can't be both.
Both.
We only have one kid, though.
Yep.
Probably gonna add some more.
Garlic?
No,
Oh, not
some
garlic?
more olive oil so that rice has a good coat on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only sort of. No, you know what? Screw that. It's healthy. Olive oil is good for you.
Yeah. If anything else, it'll coat it on the way out.
Oh, Jesus. What was I talking about?
Greg
Otto. American Housewife. So if anybody watched last night's episode, Katie had on a plaid shirt that I have somewhere in my basement. I was going to wear it tonight, but I couldn't find it.
Mm.
And what they have at the end of the night at dinner, at the end of the show?
They had paella.
They had paella. Okay. So I am going to add a couple of things. I'm going to turn this down so I don't.
We had actually already talked about it, so we aren't copying them.
Oh, no. Gosh. Well, no, because we talked about it last week on.
Yeah,
mine.
we didn't know.
I'm going to add some turmeric, partially because of the color, and
And partially because of the flavor. Yeah.
This is not necessarily. Oh goodness, I haven't used it in a while. Apparently,
I guess not. There it goes.
Yeah, not totally traditional. What is traditional is saffron, which I have. I'm trying to open.
Spice.
Yeah. I have a little container that is, what I tell you, it's 0.04 ounces.
Sure.
Okay. I told you turmeric, so if you don't want to afford the saffron, you've got to substitute. I use both, yeah. I use both. And the flavor. You can also buy yellow rice that is saffron infused.
Yeah.
This is clearly going to be kind of my nemesis tonight, so I might hand it off to you.
Oh.
Here, you do this while I talk. Wait, no, maybe I got it.
Made a slide.
It doesn't. It's a little thing that pops open. You could try it. I think it's got another little thing around it because I got to get the rice in or I'm going to lose it all here. So while Jeff opens the saffron so I can show it to you, I'm going to put this rice in. I'm going to give it a nice little stir a couple of times so it's nice and coated in the oil. And then we're going to let it go. Let it sit. And that is 2 cups of rice. And we're going to, I probably could put 3 in here, but I'm not going to. Spill some all over the floor.
Well, we have a dog.
What I'm trying to do is make sure the rice is coated before I let it sit. How much paella do you want?
Oh.
I think I'm going to put the last cup in here.
There you go.
Thank you.
I bet it'll open up now.
It will open up now. Okay. We're just going to have paella for days. Sorry. I thought that was okay. So my container actually only had 3 cups in it, so we're just going to use all of it. The dogs. Thank you.
It's kind of open, so be careful.
Okay. So ideally, you want to add the saffron before you add the rice, but we didn't quite get that far. No, it's okay. It can go in with the stock. Okay, so that is nice and coated. Layered, fills the pan. That's what I was looking for. 3 cups of rice dry. We're going to use about 4, maybe 5 cups of liquid.
I think you made a mess or something.
I did, and they're going to eat it, and
we're slurping it up.
That's okay. It's not going to hurt them.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad. Okay. And there it is. That does not get touched.
No more stirring for me tonight.
Nope, you're done. We'll clean up that mess later. More drinking though. So here's Saffron. Would you flip my camera while I drink?
There you go.
All right. So this is 0.04 of an ounce.
That one's 1 gram. It says it on it.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
So that,
the very top, right where your fingers are.
yeah, that's about right though. 1 gram.
Mhm.
The outer package that I'm very careful because I don't want to like lose it because it's very expensive. So this 1 gram, if you ordered this from Spice House right now, it's $15. So you can all go now and get it over with. Okay. It doesn't take much though. It's not like I'm going to dump this whole thing in. This will last me like 5 years. So, but they're little teeny tiny threads. And they are, the reason it's so expensive is because all this has to be harvested by hand. And that's a saffron thread. And it's, I've seen it range between, maybe $50 an ounce to $350 an ounce. Recently, I've looked to see how much it was these days.
So, Heather, we're drinking a pineapple slush that has rum and coconut milk in it. With frozen pineapple chunks, coconut milk, and rum. Pretty simple, 3 ingredients. We did make one for
Phoebe's
that had OJ instead of rum. So if you want to make a kitty cocktail, you can make OJ, sub in OJ.
So I put 2 decently fat pinches in my stock that I have sitting off to the side. No, that's okay. So there you go. Oh, well, they can't see this anyway.
Here.
Thank you.
Now they can.
Over here, I have some seafood stock.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason it's sitting there is because it's warm and I put my saffron in it. Because we're going to ladle it just like if you were making a risotto, if you've ever done that.
The dogs really want some saffron.
Yeah, well, they're not getting any. I'm going to put it back in its hiding place. And it will start to soak into that rice. And that's kind of where we get the start here. What I'm doing right now, though, is letting this kind of brown and get crunchy on the bottom. Because once I start adding stock, that goes away. That process goes away. More to drink. So that'll take a few minutes. So let us know. Talk to us what questions you have, because this is going to have to sit for just a mini moment. Thank you. Oh, that was a big hunk of pineapple.
I think it might have been.
That's okay.
Might have been a chunk that didn't get blended.
Oh, yeah. American Housewife. Every now and then, like last night, I paused it 2 or 3 times because
you get funnies and
I notice things.
Familiar.
Yeah.
Familiar.
And Katie makes faces at her children that I recognize, which could just be mom faces.
They are.
But yeah, it was pretty funny last night when they ended with paella. So,
yeah.
But I couldn't find my shirt.
I know, it's okay.
How was your day? My day was busy.
I don't talk about my day.
Good, bad, otherwise. I took a dumpling class this afternoon.
I'm glad you ended that with a L-I-N-G.
Dumpling class this afternoon. Yeah. Oh my God, Chili David.
It took you a minute, didn't it?
No, it didn't.
It did.
Good Lord. So one of the organizations I belong to is all culinary and food based, and they do. There's a subgroup that's all cooking teachers and people like me who do things like this for a living, and not this kind of stuff, but
do this for a living.
No, but I teach for a living.
That's true.
In a foodie program. So every now and then we get to partake in cool things, and today was a pot sticker dumpling, how to do it from scratch class. It was kind of cool. So Turtle and I decided we were going to have to make some next time he's here. Lucky you.
Sounds awesome.
It was fun. Okay. We are going to start adding stuff, and then we are going to start covering this so it does its thing.
So this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me knock this down just a hair.
Woo! There's a saffron thread on the stove.
Well, watch out! Don't burn yourself. It ain't that expensive.
Yeah, it is. All right.
There you go.
So the saffron I pinched in here is actually already started changing the color a little bit. It's kind of a yellowy orange by the time it's all said and done. Ooh, sizzle.
When do we get to put the seafood in?
So the seafood goes in about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
8 minutes, something like that. Yep.
Oh, doing AB days, so talk to me too. That's a good day.
That makes it easy.
Yeah.
Or easier.
I don't know if it's any different.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So in addition to a quart of seafood stock, and I'm using seafood stock because we're building seafood paella. Otherwise, I'd use chicken stock. I also have a cup of white wine sitting here that will go in the next round. This little thing right here.
That looks like water.
That looks like water.
It's a Jesus water.
It's white wine.
Yeah. Jesus water.
Be nice. And then I have shrimp.
Totally nice.
And then I have mussels in the freezer that.
Oh, those in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Not my mussels.
And get the mussels out of the freezer.
Okay.
And they have to be cooked from frozen because they're already cooked.
So they're underneath.
Oh, okay.
They're right there.
Ta-da! So you guys have seen these before. Yeah, use show them over here.
There we go.
Yeah,
Mussels.
we've used these before. I was making clam something and I had to use mussels because I couldn't find clams. I can't remember what the deal was. So we're just going to let them sit until we're ready for them. But we can't get fresh ones locally where we're at. So I buy frozen, but this was like a $4 container and it's a pound from Schnucks and already cooked, frozen, and they work fine. So.
Oh, that's a big change then, Chris.
What?
They were 100% remote. Now they're back. So she's teaching. So are you with an A/B schedule? Because see, we're still.
Well, Phoebe's still remote.
He's still remote.
Yeah.
With an A/B schedule, do the kids go 5 days a week, or do they only go on day A or day B? I mean, are they remote the other day? And are you doing both then if they're remote?
Oh, that's really frozen still.
Wasn't just a big old chunk of
Big old hunk of pineapple that's still frozen.
Sorry, it missed one piece.
That's okay. What else can I tell you?
But the paella is just chilling.
It's chilling, and I got dogs on the ground chilling.
We're gonna go back to us.
Yeah, it's fine. That way we can. It doesn't take it too long.
Oh well, if we're going back to doing stuff.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. All I'm doing is okay.
They see us. There goes the Jesus water.
We might put more of that in there.
I'd have to. So the fun part of this is doing this outside over an open fire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And getting smoke in your face and smelling that.
Ooh, that smells good. So keeping the lid on keeps the liquid from escaping when it evaporates.
Because it looks like it's evaporating up onto our microwave.
A little bit. So this whole process takes, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. So it's not incredibly quick, I suppose. It's rice, but when the rice is about cooked, and I have to taste test rice. I can never. I can't tell by looking when it's done. I always have to taste it to see if it's
I
done.
taste test everything.
So do they.
Yeah. They say it's okay.
Mm-hmm. I was going to show the pooch.
Oh, okay.
That and my dirty floor.
There they are. That's one of them.
What's one?
Sugar
She
books.
just sits there like a good girl. That one's slightly crazy.
Slightly.
Okay. Oh, so let's talk about what we're going to do next week while the paella is cooking.
What are we doing next week?
I don't know. I can't decide. My pan might be here by then. We can do.
Let's not do
I don't
paella
know.
2 weeks in a row.
No, we're not going to. What are you guys hungry for? What did you guys have for dinner? Did anybody ever?
Did anybody eat? Has anybody eaten? Tell me how good the food was at your place.
I can tell you what I'm waiting on. What is today? The 25th. I think on March 5th. Is that next Friday? That sounds right. The Coming to America sequel comes out.
Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it at the movie theaters only? Or
No, it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
So I think I'm going to have to watch Coming to America. Number
So
one.
you're going to cook McDougal's?
I don't know. I just want to watch the movie.
Right.
But I haven't seen the first one, I think, since it came out.
Zucchini lasagna.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Eggplant lasagna sounds good too. So is anybody besides me and my mother watching the Men in Kilts show on Stars with Sam Heughan and Graham McTavish?
I don't know why you watch that. You have me here all the time. You have no need for...
Graham?
I could wear a kilt.
You heard it here, folks.
I could. Could. Didn't say I would.
Oh, well, that's a different situation, dude.
Oh, okay.
Said he could, but not that he would. Let's see. That sounds good. Zucchini lasagna. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Heather was answering your question. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like completely hooked on that show. And the first one was all about food. Imagine that.
I thought it was about booze.
Well, food and booze.
Oh, okay.
It caused me to have to go buy booze, however.
You did overspend.
No, not for good scotch.
Oh, that's true. So she got a bottle of scotch, and for less money than her a bottle of scotch, I got 2.
In my entire life, I have bought 2
Bottles
expensive bottles of scotch. And I drank the last one the night I bought this one.
I understand.
I'm going to show it off because I'm proud of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the 10-year. I can't afford more than the 10-year. I mean, I guess I could, but whether I can or not doesn't matter because that's all I can get here is the 10-year. But I'm kind of hooked on the Isla scotches. Scotches? Yeah, scotches.
Scotch.
Because they're peaty. They're smoky.
Man.
What?
Peanut butter cake.
Yeah, that sounded good when she
Man,
said that.
Deb and Uncle Dan had peanut butter cake. Ooh, man, that sounds good.
This is a
So
slower
you thought
process.
of me in a kilt, Aunt Deb, when you saw that advertisement? Man.
I don't know. They did all the sporty things on this last show, and the big strongman guy,
Saber tossing?
Lordy, yeah. If you were a couple inches taller.
And about 3 times stronger?
Didn't say that. Where'd this thing go? You got a little scotch in you.
Yeah.
I can see it. I don't know if you guys... Oh, you can't see anything right now.
Not
But
right now. Let me turn it on.
well, kind of along the edges. I'm going to get my spoon.
There you go. Now you can see it.
I'll just obstruct it a little bit. Kind of along the edges here, you can sort of see where it's starting to get brown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Brown is good.
She's taste testing.
No, it's getting there. It's going to be a slow process, though.
Well, you know what? They don't charge us anything for being on. So. If we go a little over an hour tonight, you guys think you can handle hanging out with us?
Yeah. I'm also going to need some more stock. I can already tell. What?
Man, I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt.
What?
Well, you'd have to read the comments.
Okay. Who said they're not going to hang out with us?
No, it wasn't that. It was about my comparison of me to the show that you were talking about.
Oh. What'd they say?
They said they were thinking about me.
Well, truth be told, I wouldn't either.
At least it runs in the family.
So the reason you heat up the stock before you pour it in, by the way, I'm adding some vegetable stock to my seafood stock because I don't have enough seafood stock. You don't want to pour cold into hot because it'll halt the cooking process. So if you get your stock all good and simmery,
yeah.
When you put it in, it actually helps. Yeah.
There's still more saffron in here.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine.
I see it. I see the saffrons. Notice I had to go stir. That's my job. So I had to go stir. She replaced me with a pan tonight. What else is going on? Anything good?
Ooh, I did this was kind of cool today. I posted this on Facebook earlier.
Good.
This morning I logged in the family history search site that's run by the folks out in Utah. Has their Roots Tech genealogy conference yesterday through Saturday, and it's all virtual and it's all free. And most of it's on demand, so you can just kind of pop in and watch things as you want to. So I was poking around this morning, but they have a kind of a cool feature. And those of you who know what I teach at school, it's all primarily event planning. So I do these events with kind of two lenses, one my own and one for school and for my students. But it's pretty well done. It's not the best virtual event I've done this year or last, but one of the cool features is, we're gonna have to make more something, because whether it's that or not, I could drink a martini.
You want to rehash of last week? Martini?
There is still some left, although it's been sitting there a week. So anyway, they have a feature where you can look up how many of your DNA cousins, your family tree cousins, are also at the conference, because you log into your family search account and then you have access to everything. So last time I looked this afternoon, I was approaching about 8,000 family tree cousins at this conference with me. And from third cousins,
bunny rabbits.
Third cousins on back, but it's a cool feature, and it's a somewhat gentle, poke in the arm that we're kind of all connected in some way, shape, or form.
It's a good thing I wasn't on there, so.
Man, you would have skewed that.
We still don't know.
We do.
Oh, I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
Scary.
I don't know.
You and my mother are like related and some shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's bad.
Bad juju.
You and my mother have DNA connections.
Uh-oh.
Some way, somehow, that you and I don't have, but that's okay.
Kind of hard to believe.
Depends on how far back.
Yep.
DNA is a tricky thing. Rice. If we weren't waiting on it to be done.
That's why on a lot of our other rice involved events, we've done it ahead of time.
We've done the rice ahead of time. This is why.
In the Instapot.
And you can't do this in the Instant Pot. It doesn't work in the Instant Pot. So
no. This is a slow
It's
roll.
a slow process, but it's one of those dishes that
It's worth it though.
that connects you to a different cuisine and a different culture.
Yeah.
And you guys know I'm all about that. I promise we'll do some Germany eventually. I think we're going to do some Low Country.
Are we really?
Yeah, let's do some. Maybe not next week,
Yeah.
but sometime this spring we'll do some Low Country
We
food
got
for you.
St. Patty's coming up.
We could do Irish for St. Patty's. Although I have friends in Ireland who think we're crazy that we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. like
We
do.
celebrate St. Patrick's Day for one reason and one reason alone.
Green beer,
And green beer.
right?
I'm
And-
not getting the food coloring out.
No, oof, no. But corned beef and cabbage is not Irish.
No.
It's New York City.
Yeah.
It
And they don't
is.
even do St. Patty's Day that well anymore.
Who? New York or
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I don't know. I don't pay much
Oh.
attention.
The biggest ones are
Chicago.
and Savannah, Georgia. Not New York City.
Mm-mm.
Not some city slicker.
I really hope I'm not burning this because I can kind of smell it scorching.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, I'm kind of worried about it, to be honest.
Nothing like it.
Oh yeah, it does.
That does.
Yeah. Oh, you can smell it now.
Uh-oh. So, when you're doing your paella,
Don't turn the heat up too high.
don't do the heat up real high.
Oh, sorry.
Bang.
That's okay. We'll survive it.
Gotta remember that heat is kind of small.
Well, yeah, and that may be like where it's scorched.
Mhm.
That is one of the things when you do paella outside, you move the pan so it doesn't heat in all one spot, which I did not do on this one. So I've got a nice little patch in the middle.
Nice little ring.
Aunt Steph said, "Don't burn anything." I think she jinxed me.
She did. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we gonna do now? Where do we get the shrimps?
Well, when the rice is like mostly cooked, because it doesn't take long for that shrimp to cook.
Oh, how about the mussels?
About the same.
Okay, I'm just checking because I'm hungry.
I'm looking at the.
Oh, Miss Jill wants to know how much stock do we use?
Well, I've got 3 cups of rice dry and 6 cups of stock plus a cup of wine.
So that much. 6 to 7 cups.
So almost
for
2
3
quarts of
cups.
liquid.
Because with rice, dry rice, 2 cups liquid for 1 cup dry rice, right?
I'm going to teach you how to pinch a tail. Will you flip me back to the...
Yeah, what do you think? Can't see me pinching tail?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shrimp, raw. If it were pink, it'd be cooked. I'm not going to devein them because these have already been
Cut.
done. Well, they're not cut. Actually, I think they maybe are cut. Yeah, they're cut. They've already been deveined. And the peels come off. And this is all I could find raw at the store. So pinch here, grasp, don't pinch, you'll bruise. Grasp here, pinch, pull.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. If you want to get the muscles, we're
I'm
just
gonna
going to
pinch
ignore that.
The
Thank you.
tail. You're welcome. I had to pinch some
We're
tail.
going to ignore that burn spot around the edge.
Yeah. You need me to... Oh, there it is. You got it open.
Yeah, and those mussels are frozen, which is not an ideal situation here, but
Here's what we have.
it's what we've got. So
We'll survive.
what we're going to do is pour the rest of that stock on top of everything here. And when we dish it out, we're going to stay on top of that burn that I know is at the bottom in this area. And guess what, guys? It's real life. Shit happens.
It does.
And notice I'm not overly concerned about it either. Yeah, that'll work. No, go ahead and just... because that rice is nearly done. Uh-oh, see, you don't want the ice in there. If you want to grab that pan, these guys will open back up once the lid, I mean, yeah. I can't do that one-handed here. You're not really supposed to thaw these guys before you cook with them, but problem with that is then you get all this ice. Ooh, that one's beat up. I'll leave him out. We do indeed. He's okay. Sorry, I can't do this and talk at the same time. Clearly.
You're fine. I'm right here. Got the lid ready. We've got quite a bit of mussels. You guys can see all the mussels going in. We've got all the shrimp in.
Yep.
Just kind of setting them in to
Let them open up.
yeah, cook. Warm up, actually, not really cooked. But
No, they're already cooked.
yeah.
Oh, still have the beard on him. One over here.
Like me.
And one there. That'll work.
Empty. Cover them up.
Cover them up, and just really you're just letting it all steam open and warm.
Let it steam.
Wash your hands off. Well, my mom always stirred it when she made it.
We're not your mom.
Well, no, but I understand why, because it's real easy to let it get ahead of you. She'll probably holler.
Heather says she's never had this dish. We've made this dish a few times. Not like this right now.
No, usually I'm outside doing it.
Usually we do it outside.
And it's kind of set off. It's not directly on top of the heat either, which is part of the...
Okay.
I'm not trying to explain potentially what could go wrong. Clearly things can go wrong, right?
Yeah, it's okay though. We survived.
Not at all concerned about it.
There's a whole lot of paella there. Just a little bit of burn is not gonna hurt anyone.
No, I don't care. There's plenty.
So
And once
Jill
that shrimp's
wants to know
done.
how long you leave the lid on after putting seafood in.
Oh,
Uh,
5 minutes maybe.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Once
Your shrimp are pink,
they're done.
they're done.
So you can time it. You can rewatch this episode. Get to about an
7:33.
hour. Get to about an hour in, and that's about when we put in the shrimp. And you see when we pull it off.
I'm gonna eat my cherry. How's that?
Sure.
Be nice.
I didn't say a thing.
No, but you were thinking it.
I don't think out loud though.
Well, sometimes you do.
Yeah, sometimes.
We're gonna peek.
That was last week.
Okay, this is making me crazy.
So they're not pink yet.
This is like the worst part. This is the waiting.
Oh, it's the best part.
I know.
The anticipation builds.
Mm-hmm.
The drum roll is going.
Hi, little girl. Yes, you're my girl, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make me wash my hands.
Going. That's just us.
Yeah. I didn't salt this or anything. You could salt. I mean,
Well, you season after anyway, don't you?
well, the turmeric and the saffron is usually all I put in there, and because the stock has salt in it.
Because those are saltwater shrimp?
And no, because it's store-bought stock that has salt in it.
Oh, okay. That's why. I thought maybe because it was saltwater seafood, we made seafood stock with it.
No, I actually didn't make my own stock
Okay.
because I bought shrimp that didn't have shells.
Oh.
But if you have shrimp that have shells, you can take about a pound of shrimp
Shells.
and the shells from the pound of shrimp, I guess, That's how to say that. And put it in with about
2 cups.
2, maybe 3 cups of water and get some pretty decent basic seafood stock.
And if you get them from the ocean, they might be saltwater shrimp. So then you wouldn't have to add salt to that water.
Mercy. I'm going to need another drink if you keep it up.
Providing helpful commentary.
Drink more while you wait. That's usually what I do, Uncle Dan. Drink more while I wait. Goodness.
So, do you want me to make another?
No, because I don't want anything that sweet. I'm going to shift.
Yeah, it was a sweet.
It's like the longest 5 minutes of my life.
The rum is sweet, though.
I know rum is sweet. I'm not huge on, like, in the summertime, I like stuff like this. But normally
we're getting you a martini glass, and I'll make you a sake too.
It's
just
need a martini glass for that. I'll just rinse out the glass I have.
Simple 3-to-1 measure. I'll have to get my little shot maker.
I bet you can do it. I bet he can do it.
I think I can.
Because, man, that kicked in last week, and woohoo! I got text messages after that episode. I did. From a few people.
You enjoyed what you were having.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, goodness. The crispy burn spots. I do too. Like the crispy burn spots. As long as it's not crispy burn garlic spots, I'm okay. That's kind of one of the best parts about paella is that the crunchy on the bottom, so long as you don't burn the whole bottom layer.
There you go.
Thank you, dear sir.
Be in olive, and you'll be even in more heaven.
You know what? We're just going to try that out. Because guess what I have right here?
You have olives, don't you?
I do. This is what we do in our spare time. We concoct things.
Oh, yeah. Throw a little juice in there. That's a little bit.
Going to. We mean a little bit.
Oh, I know. You are definitely a dirty martini drinker. I don't know why you put ice in it.
Oh, I like cold drinks. That and I'm like, ooh, that's
Really?
yummy.
Yeah.
These are sun-dried tomato stuffed olives from the World Market that I've nearly eaten the entire jar of this week because they're so good.
I don't eat them.
Nope, nobody else likes them but me. They are so good. You have to have like really good quality olives. The little bitties in the green jar that are $1 at the store. No, I have to have. I don't know if you guys can see how dirty that is. Oh yeah.
Pretty good?
Oh yeah. That'll do it.
Man, I know how to treat you right.
Mm. Yummy. That's gonna go down way too easy.
I can tell. It's going down quicker than your pineapple and rum.
Because I like olives.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what?
I'm done.
It's done. It's done.
So, Miss Joe, the answer is 9 minutes.
About that.
Approximately 9 minutes.
So I'm gonna get a plate.
Maybe less if you're not making drinks in between.
Something like that.
But
Or drinking drinks in between.
yeah, but it's about 9 minutes.
So I really do have kind of a crispy layer on the bottom, but
That's awesome though.
that's okay.
Oh, look at that.
I'll give you more in a little bit. Yeah, see, you can
Oh, is that
kind of
mine?
see.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna get a spoon or fork, something. Couple forks. So you guys can see Hang on here. Trying to switch. There you guys can see it. All done. So notice no Cajun seasoning on the shrimp, nothing like that. We just stuck it down in there. And really spices here are the saffron and some salt if you wanted to add extra. That's about it. It's not a spicy dish. It's not, spice laden. Here's the plate of food.
The proof is in the pudding?
Yeah. And garlic and onion. I mean, that's where the flavor comes from, is the Sofrito.
Oh.
It's hot. Blow, baby, blow.
That's good.
Oh, even the burn spots are good.
Just blackened.
Blackened. Not exactly what blackened means.
Oh.
But, that's yummy. That's yummy. I'm going to turn the heat way down and put the lid back on. Let it get a little creamier. The rice is still just a teeny tiny crunch to it. But it's good. And I could probably use some salt. The thing about store-bought stock is it's usually really salty. So if you like salty things, you might want to add more salt to this. Mm-hmm. But yummy.
Yeah, I know.
I'll set that over here.
I'm making a drink
until we wrap up. All right, folks. There you have it. Paella in a traditional paella pan. Not in a traditional cooking method.
No. Not at all.
But we'll revisit and do some outdoor cooking later when the
weather
permits, yeah. Because we've got a nice outdoor cooking fire set up in the middle, in the middle of the yard.
Sponsorship helps.
You're crazy. I mean, Westroads could sponsor because, I don't
know.
Shift it back to this camera and I'll just show him part of the collection we've amassed there's part of the collection.
It's just what hasn't made it downstairs.
That's what hasn't made it downstairs. And I have more out on the...
More back there.
There is more back. I can do that. Back by the toaster. It's been a fun year. Maybe a slightly inebriated year, but that's okay.
Praline stuff.
So big old shout out to Westroads because that is home sweet home for liquor for us.
It is.
Somewhat because it's close by, but for me it's always been close by. But I don't know. There's just something about Westroads that the other places don't have anymore. So, but yes, you are right about that too.
If Old Man Pick was still around,
we'd be there. You're correct.
Not the other place.
You are correct.
The Old Man Pick's no longer here.
Nope. Man, those are some memories.
Yeah.
I don't have those memories. You have those memories.
I do, because I didn't live at home until I was 25.
I can't talk about those memories because my mother's watching.
Because you lived at home until you were 25.
Well, 24. 5? Was I 25? I don't know. It was cheaper.
I just threw it out there.
I don't care.
I moved out.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. All right, folks. There you have it. Maybe too much information along with the paella. More than one drink tonight, clearly. And we'll figure out what we're going to do next week. I don't know yet. Sometimes it's a surprise to us even.
Yeah.
So, we could go the good old comfort food route and I could do like Salisbury steak and gravy and yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds delicious to me. A little brown gravy with Salisbury steak, mashed taters.
We do lots of mashed potatoes, but that's okay.
It's because they're good.
Great.
Mashed potatoes are good. They're good for you. They taste delicious. It's wonderful.
Well, I could do a squash mash.
You do a Hungry Man style.
I could.
with
TV dinner style.
TV dinner style. You got the Salisbury steaks, the mashed taters up in the top left.
And green beans.
No, I don't think they had green beans. I think that was corn.
Was it corn?
On the right hand side.
Yeah, corn and mashed potatoes are not my favorite. Peas or green beans.
It might have been green beans. I don't remember. And then you got a little brownie right in the middle.
Oh, but you know what I'm going to have to buy?
TV dinner tray?
Dinner trays. Because I don't have any of those. All right, on that note, my sponsor's going to like shoot me if I keep it up. We'll figure out next week. And thanks for joining us. Martinis are good, especially with olives. Yeah. We're going to go have some paella, and we will see you next week. Have a good weekend.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.